Hello everyone, my name is Sonia Ben Hamida. I'm the head of Special Cargo, and I'm very pleased to be here today to talk about trends and news on special cargo. I'd like to begin with the special cargo demand. So what was the evolution over the 4 last years? Perishable cargo and live animals transportation declined during COVID due to capacity limitations. They are going back to pre-crisis levels with the rebound of passenger traffic. While pharmaceutical shipments quadrupled and remain high currently, proving they are resistant to economic ups and downs. What is the regional distribution? Europe delivers 60% of pharmaceuticals, followed by Middle East and South Asia. Flows of perishables are mainly distributed across North America, Europe, and Asia Pacific. And Europe and North America cover 80% of live animals flow. Special cargo is essential to our world, and aviation makes this happen by offering speed, agility, and safety. Air cargo is critical in flying pharmaceuticals, such as life-saving medicines and vaccines in the best conditions using cutting-edge technologies and procedures. Air cargo showed its importance during COVID. It was the best way to distribute critical shipments around the world. Transporting live animals is often the best option to shorten travel time and thus reduce stress. Air cargo connects producers with markets and enabling millions of people with access to fresh food. For example, Kenya exports hundreds of thousands of flowers each year, sustaining 100,000 jobs. Air cargo breaks down barriers between regions and contributes to economic developments of countries. For this to happen, regulations must constantly adapt to better protect and serve societies. For example, during COVID, some vaccines contained genetically modified microorganisms and required state approval. The United Nations amended this provision to ease the transport of these vaccines. Regulators moved quickly to streamline the delivery of these vaccines. What are the top trends for 2023 that we are seeing in special cargo? There is a growing demand for healthcare. The world's population is growing, getting wealthier and older. The demand for treatment of chronic diseases is rising, resulting in increased transportation of healthcare products to deliver quickly and safely with no incident that could affect their efficacy. Industry-recognized certification programs are becoming more spread for better compliance with regulations. We are seeing growing consumer demand for healthy products all year round. The United Nations aim to ensure sustainable consumption and production patterns. Temperature excursions are more frequent in transit, resulting in increased use of specialized storage rooms to guarantee freshness. The ongoing digital transformation of the industry involves data control and quality, visibility and transparency, and plug-and-play connectivity. Tracking devices bring better visibility of shipments and enable to take corrective actions in case of deviations. And finally, there's a continued emphasis on sustainable operations. Despite the turbulent economic times, there's a genuine desire from the air cargo supply chain for more sustainability, with concrete actions by reducing weight on board, investing in lightweight ULDs, modernizing fleets, using sustainable aviation fuels, and making cargo operations more efficient. We need to make sure that we have the right regulations in place to support the growing demand for healthcare and anticipate medical breakthroughs. Packaging solutions, together with temperature control containers, are a key component to maintaining temperatures. Pharmaceuticals involve the use of dry ice and tracking devices. These connected devices are modernizing processes. However, they come with safety risks, as Dave mentioned, because some of them contain lithium batteries. Tracking devices are proliferating, and they are too often undeclared. We need to improve the safe handling of lithium batteries by helping pharmaceutical shippers and other shippers follow the rules. Cell and gene therapies are revolutionizing cancer cures. How can the supply chain adapt to these even more stringent requirements? When it comes to live animals, the industry's priority is their safe, secure, and human transportation. We are currently constantly evolving the regulations to limit risks and improve welfare of animals. For example, research shows how sedation can be detrimental, and the latest edition of the Live Animals and Regulations includes new requirements and guidelines on sedation. Animals can no longer be tranquilized without veterinary approval and supervision. And the new in-cabin acceptance checklist for live animals, effective January 2023, makes compliance checks easier and complete. Time is of the essence with perishables. What is at stake? Delaying premature deterioration of products, preventing damage and spoilage. When shipping perishables, it's important to consider the nature of the commodities. Fruits, flowers, fish are time and temperature sensitive goods and easily damaged due to their nature, the temperature conditions, and potential mishandling. Sustainable has become a priority for the industry, and consumers who are increasingly concerned about being socially responsible. We support global trade with modern and efficient air cargo. Over the years, airlines have developed efficient handling techniques for refrigerated and frozen products to provide shippers with optimal and cost-effective packaging methods. We've just published a white paper on perishable logistics and air transportation and the key specificities of these commodities that you can find online. IATA regulations are updated on an annual basis to reflect industry realities and priorities. Industry experts representing the whole supply chain work continuously and collectively to reach consensus on requirements and best practices for the whole industry. For these reasons, it's important to know the latest regulations to ensure that the entire supply chain is compliant. Industry priorities are to boost efficiency of cargo operations on key issues. This year, we signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the World Association of Zoos and Aquariums, WAZA, to improve standards for the safe and human transportation of live animals, and as well to promote the conservation of wildlife species. By getting closer to the industry and customers, we will meet expectations for sustainability, modernization, and safety. Air cargo can offer solutions in times of crisis. where, for example, families often urgently flee their homes in search of safety. For those seeking refuge abroad, transportation and evacuation of their pets is more stress to their struggle. The IATA live animals regulations proved fit for purpose, and we quickly supplemented this with special guidance to support refugees traveling with their pets. We wrote consideration regarding temporary flexibility with documentation requirements, container availability, veterinary assistance, capability, and facilities. Regulations mean nothing if they are not followed. So how to improve compliance? The IATA Center of Excellence for Independent Validators, the CEIV program, certifies organizations in the transportation of special cargo shipments. This program has more certified organizations every year. 450 CEIV pharma companies, 37 for fresh, 26 for live animals. The program provides worldwide independent services that make a difference in the air transportation to enable safer, sustainable, and interconnected air transport industry. So thank you very much for your attention, and I would be pleased to answer your questions.
Thank you, Sonia. Any final questions for Sonia before we hand over to Tony? No? No? All good, thank you.
Thank you.